do you see the actual performance of the breakdancing?
I tell you, oh my god! I think the NFL, I forgot which teams celebrated like using her moves. I think they did it better than her.
What's up and welcome to our coffee shop. I'm your host Elder and I welcome you to another episode of the KopiBros here on the Chit Podcast Network. Now for those of you who are tuning in, we just want to say thank you, but we are a Singaporean duo who are wrapping up
0, 2,
4. Yes, we are wrapping up the year 2024. And speaking of 2024, I'm joined by someone who stopped buying baby oil in 2024. I am joined by my fellow Kopi Bro, Chit Bro, Football Kaki Bro. He's been on all shows. Jin Yong, how are you doing, brother?
I'm doing okay. Today was my off day, so I feel slightly less tired.
So do you like sleep in today?
No, I didn't. I had to, because I have a part-time job in the morning, which is translating news headlines. So I wake up quite early on Monday to Fridays also.
This is a normal Singaporean thing. I've also done work while I'm on leave also. So to me, like I'm not really like overly surprised. But how's your business doing now?
I have to say we are doing okay. I don't think we are closing down soon. But I mean, this is the December period is our busy period because we go out to retail a lot and then we do a lot of pop-ups and sell a lot of stuff. Yeah. Book fairs are like less and less. Last time there might be 2 or 3 big ones for the year. Now it's like 0 to 1. So really, the book industry is slowly like shrinking.
Is it because they are shifting away from hard copy?
Yes and no. I feel that number one, of course, people are shifting away from hard copy.
Yeah.
But readership is actually going up. The only problem is that the newer generation, like those that are younger than you and me, it's harder to encapsulate their attention.
Oh.
Yeah, like fairs is not a thing to capture their attention anymore. Yeah, they might buy books, they might read, but it's a different way to capture their attention.
Then how do you get... Then let's say for us, because for us, right, when we already so used to going to like Kinokuniya, Popular, everything. So books is for us is just a normal thing also. Before like the emergence of Kindle and stuff. But how do you grab their attention now? Like what do you really use to grab them in? Okay,
so like for me, if you go watch Shark Tank a lot, Mark Cuban always say you have to sell experience, right? You have to sell fun. Yeah. So I think for me that's important. So like I don't know, either through social media or like through what I'm trying to do, like merchandising, we always have to try to sell the concept of fun. So if you can sell it, as in if the fun concept is enough to them, I think they will come.
But before we move on to like the main portion, right, we just talk about what we're going to do today, which is basically a recap of 2024, right? Is there a book you would recommend for the year 2024?
Oh, that's interesting. I can recommend one fiction and one non-fiction.
Okay.
I don't know whether you heard of this guy called Yuval Nori.
No.
He published 3 books that were very, very big. One is called Deus. One is called 21 Lessons for the 21st Century. One is called Sapiens. So one talks about the past, one talks about the future, one talks about the present. Yeah. He published a 4th book called Nexus.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is about the like a short history about the information networks and like about communication, about information network and how it evolved. Yeah, so I like reading his story because it's very grand narrative history and gives you a different perspective of like how history can be read. For fiction, I would recommend a book in Chinese. I'm not sure whether it's translated in English. The original book is actually in Korean.
Okay.
It's called 不便利的便利店, means the inconvenient convenience store. Very light-hearted reading about how a convenience store boss actually hired a homeless man as like her staff and then the interesting things and the light-hearted story that happened because of that, like how he helped her run the store and then how all the other store members changed because of him. It's okay, it's about 200 plus page, but because it's divided into like the first story is about the shopkeeper, the second story is about the homeless man, the third story is about the one of the staff, so you can read it separately or put it together and read.
So it's like a perspective type
correct,
narration that novel
correct.
Okay, because like I'm not sure do you know an author called Colleen Hoover?
No.
Okay, so she's like a fictional writer, right? Where she how she writes the books, right, is always girl's perspective, guy's perspective, girl's perspective, guy's perspective.
Oh, okay.
Then when they go to the end, right, it climaxes of their perspective of the same situation. For you, right, like having this type of job, right, is like you get to discover different books also a thing.
Yes. Some of my clients recommend me funny books to read also. Yeah.
I hope your business continues to thrive in 2025. But as we are concluding 2024, right, so last week, JY quizzed me on Christmas. This week, I am returning the favor to him by quizzing him on 2024.
Oh, okay.
So yes. So do you feel that this year, compared to last year in 2023, right, has a lot more historical moments or like important moments in history that are happening like in the current age compared to last year?
I think yes, because I think a lot of very bombastic things happened this year. So like, for example, baby oil. I think for example, like the who's that? The South Korean president declaring martial law.
Yeah.
This is like such a nonsense thing. And then like the Olympics happened. I couldn't just enjoy the sports. Like there were things outside that were still like very noisy. Then there were people like complaining that the schedules for sports were so packed.
Yep.
And then there were complaints about what athletes being overworked, especially the football players. They say like, oh, no rest, this kind of thing.
Even so, like one more thing we can add on is like Donald Trump's president again.
Yes.
Which I honestly was a bit shocked, right? And I didn't expect like it to happen the way that it happened.
Yeah, Biden dropped out halfway. That was quite a shock to me. Yeah.
Yes. Then Kamala took over. 2024 was more positive or negative?
I think overall it's quite negative, honestly. Yep. I mean, not only on a world kind of thing. I think from a very personal point of view that I'm not willing to share here, but I think our dad knows what happened to my family in the first half of the year.
Yeah.
So I think from a personal basis and from a world perspective, it wasn't a really good year in general for me.
I won't get too much on my side. Right? I feel like this year has been a year of a lot of learning for me because of the roles that I've taken up and the things that I've done. Hopefully for both of us, 2025 will be a very good year lah. Hopefully.
Because the Chinese say like I this year 犯太岁. I don't really know this concept of 犯太岁 lah. That it means that I don't know how to explain in English, but it means that because of your zodiac sign, that your luck for this year is very bad. So I hope that the bad luck will be over when Chinese New Year comes.
Which is closer this year because it's in January.
It's closer this year, correct.
It's closer this year. I gotta ask you, how confident are you in your 2024 general knowledge?
Wow, this one I have to say maybe 50-50 because I know a lot of people think I have good general knowledge, but sometimes I tend to think that I focus on because it's really general knowledge. I tend to focus more on things that I like. And the things I like, if you can ask out there and whoever, like I like very out of the ordinary kind of things. So I'm not sure,
I think it's niche.
Correct. Some of it is very niche. Yeah. Then I'm just afraid that the things I know might not be later the question come out. Like I quiz you on the Home Alone, right? Who's the two robbers, right?
Yeah.
That one, even I myself don't know the name, you know. Then I look at the question, I'm like, these two names like very foreign.
We are gonna begin our 2024 quiz, right? So in tradition, just like last week, we have a total of 10 questions for you, JY. If you get 0 to 2 questions correct, right, you're getting moved to Mars because you don't deserve to be on Earth.
Hey, wow, this is damn serious. Okay.
Yeah, bro. You see, I'm crying for you. I'm
becoming Matt Damon.
I'm very sad already. You're not a Martian. Hey, maybe Christopher Nolan want to direct a movie for you. If you were to get 3 to 5 questions correct, you should probably get out under your rock.
Okay, I can live with that.
If you get 6 to 8 questions correct, you have a happy new year. You will have a happy new year. And if you get 9 to questions correct, you are master historian. Master historian,
okay.
So are you going to aim for 9 to 10 or are you going to be happy with 3 to 5?
I think I'll be happy with 3 to 5. Let's set our expectations low.
Okay, so to begin the quiz, bro, Jin Yong, this is your first question. A viral baby hippo went viral in 2024 for biting people.
Oh, okay.
What is the name of this hippo? Is it A, Deng Mu, B, Mu Deng, C, Deng Mi, or D, Mi Deng?
B, Mu Deng.
B, Mu Deng. Are you sure? Is that your final answer?
Yes. I don't know this. It's on mothership.
Correct! Ding, 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 ding. Yes. The correct answer is, of course, Mu Deng. So now, for just a simple fun fact, Mu Deng is of a special breed of hippo called the pygmy hippo. And she has, dedicated 24-hour live stream for people to watch her unique antics lah. Sadly, this breed of hippo is endangered with only less than 2,500 hippos left worldwide. Bro, do you remember this incident?
I just remember like mother shit. I'm like, why is this such a hype like around this small hippo? I was shocked at how small it is lah. Yes.
Yeah. Because like normal hippos, they are huge, right? Like they are really damn big.
Yeah. I mean, the only hippos I know are the like big ones that we see in the zoo and all these things.
Yes, that's the fun fact. So yes, JY, you are currently one of one.
1 point up. Yes.
1 of 1, right? But currently, right, you're still getting moved to Mars. So the spaceship is still outside. Just whether or not you can classify under that section.
Yes.
So moving on, question number 2. Which TV show won a record-breaking 18 Emmys, including outstanding drama series, Best Leading Actor, Best Leading Actress, and Best Supporting Actor and Actresses? A. The Bear. B. The Penguin. C. Shogun. Or D. Only Murders in the Building?
I think it should be C. Shogun.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, correct. You are correct. You are 2 for 2, brother. Ding, 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 ding. All right. So, I think for a lot of people, right, this show, it's
amazing. Yeah.
Is the fact that you're able to win 18 Emmys in a single year, right? Actually shows how good the particular show is.
Actually, surprisingly, I watched the 1 hour summary of it. Then I went back to watch the individual episodes. It's actually very, very nicely written. I like the part about the conflict between the Angmos and the Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they write it quite well. And then I don't know what they call in English, but Chinese called 伏笔. Like you lay a trap like in episode 1 that will come to fruition like in episode 8 kind.
Yeah.
So I like how they do these kind of things. Then you're like, hey, okay, so it's like that because of like that last time. Yeah. Normal people, you watch it for entertainment. Yes. You can enjoy it also. I think if you are the kind of like people that you want something more than just entertainment when you watch shows, I think you can also find that inside also. There are many layers. Then especially the supporting actress, what's her name? The one that she thought her husband died, then she got into a fling with the Angmo one, then she realized that her husband came back one.
It's won 18 Emmys for their first season, and currently they are actually having season 2 and season 3 in the works now. You can actually watch it on Disney Plus. Our brother Mediat is a very big advocate of this show.
Yeah.
And he don't usually recommend shows he don't think is good. Let's see.
I'm moving out of Mars already.
You're moving out of Mars already, yeah. This is not an MCQ question, this is open-ended question. South Korea shocked the world when President Yoon Suk Yeol announced martial law. How long was martial law in effect until it was overturned?
6 hours.
Correct. This one, we talked about it in the introduction. So, without you knowing, right? Also, by the way, right, JY has not seen any of the questions, so he doesn't know any of this going on, right? So, do you know that it was actually implemented or not? That's my question.
I actually found out the news within these 6 hours.
Yes.
Yeah, then I went to read up about like why did this old guy decided to throw this law. Then after hearing his predicament, I was quite sad for him because he's the president.
Yeah.
But he's the party that he represents, right, is not the majority in parliament.
Yeah.
So I feel that it's like a very sad man law. Like you have the power to say no, but your parliament actually will come up with laws that is not representative of your party.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, this is like you rise to the epitome of a political career to like that. I think it's like very sad.
That's why my question, right, is that should it always be that whoever's in charge of the country should be from the majority party?
Yeah, that's a good question also because I think fortunately in Singapore we don't have this issue.
Yeah.
But if you really talk about a real so-called real democracy, right? I think this is the kind of things that you will have to be prepared for this kind of thing to happen.
Yes. Do you know the voting score or not? So basically to end martial law.
I know I think all the opposition, the 2/3 of parliament voted to end martial law. Then some in his own party also voted against him. I think it was 14 people.
Okay, so basically, right, the parliamentary vote, right, was 190 to 0. He didn't get a single vote.
Oh, that's damn sad. Okay, that means I'm mistaken. Oh, that's damn sad.
And it was also basically, it was lifted at 4:30 a.m. And it was the first time in over 40 years that it was actually put to use in Korea. Yes, officially with that, JY, you are 3 out of 3.
Yeah.
3 out of 3. You have officially
moved out of Mars.
Move out of Mars, or you're not going to Mars, but you're still stuck under a rock. Question 4. Oxford official word of 2024 is...
Multiple choice, I don't know, yeah. Okay.
A. Brain rot. B. Demure. C. Polarization. Or D. Fortnite.
I'm going to choose B. Demure.
You are wrong.
Oh, damn it.
It is brain rot.
Oh, brain rot.
Yes. I'm also quite surprised. Why is brain rot the word of the year?
Yeah. I mean, okay, it sort of explains the generation of us using social media and whatnot.
Yes.
But I mean, what sort of prompted this?
The definition of brain rot, right, is basically the supposed deterioration of a person's mental or intellectual state, especially viewed as the result of overconsumption of material considered to be trivial or unchallenging. Also, like basically something characterized as likely to lead to such a deterioration.
Well, that totally describes social media.
Yeah.
And shorts, yeah.
So the reason why it was actually selected, right, was because it has a 250% increase of use, right, in social media from 2023 to 2024.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think that's one of the reasons, right? And it was originally first used in 1854. But I got one question for you, right, before we move on, right? Do you know what was the word of the year in 2023?
I don't know. What is it?
Riz.
Riz?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I got Riz, man. I'm not going to even bother trying to do that, right? Okay, so, bro, with that, right, you are 3 out of 4. You're still living on the rock. So, moving on to question 5. It's also a multiple choice question, by the way. So, as of 2024 in December, this right now, right, what is the highest grossing movie of 2024?
Oh, okay.
Yes. So, the 4 options are Wicked, Deadpool and Wolverine, Moana, or Inside Out 2.
Oh man, this is really a flip in the coin in the air. Okay, I'll choose Inside Out 2.
Ding, 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 you are correct.
Yes.
4 out of 5, but you are still living under a rock, bro. But, okay, do you want to make a guess how much money it has made so far?
780 million?
Inside Out 2 so far has surpassed The Lion King as the highest grossing animated movie of all time, becoming the 8th highest selling movie of all time, right? And it's the fastest film to ever reach $1 billion in sales. Currently, to date, it is at 1.7 billion.
Wow, this is crazy, man.
1.7 billion for an animated movie. Do you watch Inside Out 2?
No.
We need to introduce you to new movies that you haven't watched before. I know there's a list, but I don't want to say anything regarding
Disney and DreamWorks movie lah. Yeah.
Yes, correct. So you are currently at 4 out of 5. Next up, question number 6. So there were a ton of viral moments in the 2024 Olympics in France, but the most viral moment was Australia's Regan flunking her breakdancing performance. Okay. Everybody knows Regan. So she has stated that she's not a professional breakdancer and only does it part-time. What is her full-time job? Is it A, a university lecturer, B, a dentist, C, a cardiologist, or D, a lawyer?
I'll go with A, university professor.
Okay, yes, you are correct. 5 out of 6, my brother. Yes, Regan is actually a lecturer in Sydney's Macquarie University with a PhD in cultural studies, which means that she literally is actually a doctor.
A doctor, yeah.
Do you see the actual performance of the breakdancing?
I tell you, oh my god! I think the NFL, I forgot which teams celebrated like using her moves. I think they did it better than her.
Hey, NFL, right, got a lot of very stupid celebrations.
Okay? Yeah.
Very stupid, right? The fact that she's done this, right, makes it like even more funny in pop culture, right? But the thing is that she's still milking it to this day, you know?
Yeah. She's smart to milk this lah, because this kind of thing only comes once a lifetime.
Because of this situation, right, they single-handedly removed breakdancing from the Olympics in the next one.
Oh well, that's sad.
With that, you are 5 out of 6. You are moving out of the rock. So your rock is slightly creeping up already. So next up, right, bro, we are moving to question number 7. It is involving football. So Spain won this year's Euro 2024, beating England in the final. What was the final score? Was it A 2-1?
Okay.
B 3-2? C 1-0? Or D 2-0?
It's 2-1 to Spain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
I even know that it's Yasmin Lamau and I forget who's the second one that scored it.
So you got it correct. Not Yasmin Lamau that scored. It was Nico Williams.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay,
Nico Williams and Oyarzabal scoring for Spain with Cole Palmer actually scoring for England.
Yep.
Everybody was hoping they would bring it home, right? But they didn't. Rodri won officially the player of the tournament, and then of course Lamine Yamal that you're talking about, right, won the young player of the tournament.
Yeah. I was rooting more for England because, like, I mean, they failed not just once. This is like the second time already.
Yeah.
I really wanted them to bring it home, not because of England, but I think because some of the players like Kane, this kind, they really tried very hard. For
Spain, right, it was a very like underdog thing because I don't think on paper you would have thought Spain would be the ones winning.
Yeah, I mean, who would have thought that you start a 17-year-old as your forward is a tournament winning team.
This decision, right? It's a tournament winning decision.
Yeah.
Right? With that, right, bro, you are 6 out of 7 and you have officially moved out of a rock. You will have a happy new year from now on, right? Next up, question number 8. This is not an MCQ question, by the way. P. Diddy's $62 million home was raided by the police this year, but they found an abnormal amount of what product in the house?
Child pornography, I think.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Wrong, bro.
Oh!
It is, I mentioned it earlier, it's baby oil.
Oh, okay. Oh, so
Yes,
that's where the baby oil come from.
That's where the baby oil comes from. It comes from PDD, bro. The police found a shocking 1,000 bottles of baby oil inside the house. It was discovered and alleged that Diddy would force women into having sex with male prostitutes while he filmed it.
When you have so much money and then, you have so many, how to say, because money can really make people do crazy things. And then they're like, when people around you are saying yes more than they're saying no, then, sometimes you don't even know whether what you're doing is correct or wrong.
With that, bro, you are currently still 6 out of 8.
Yes, it's okay.
6 out of 8. So moving on to question number 9. This year, we had an incredible diss track feud between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, when Kendrick became largely viewed as the winner of this particular feud. Out of all the disses, there was one track that became a mega hit. What is the name of the song? Is it A, Euphoria, B, Not Like Us, C, Family Matters, or D, Like That?
I'll be honest, I really don't know about this. I'll choose Euphoria because I love Sydney Sweeney.
Is that legit your reason why you are picking Euphoria?
I'm serious. I really don't know the track name.
You are wrong, bro.
Yes, it's okay. I don't know this.
Alright, so the actual answer is called Not Like Us. That's the actual diss track. Basically, Not Like Us actually ended up being the most streamed rap song of 2024 lah. Close to 200 million views on Kendrick's YouTube channel.
Wow, this is crazy.
Drake was largely viewed as the loser of rap feud, as this Family Matters only had 40 million views in comparison. So it's basically like if you were to talk about the viewership and people actually listening and wanting to hear about the particular diss track, right? I think definitely having more views over lesser views actually says well, because it means that people actually want to hear what you are saying. Are you a hip hop fan?
No, man, I don't listen to hip hop, but only one hip hop artist I have really grown to love his songs, and that's Eminem. That's all.
Yeah, you are currently at
6 out of 9.
6 out of 9. So down to our last question. So in this year's US election, Donald Trump won in a landslide victory over Kamala Harris. It is known that you need 270 electoral votes to win the presidency. How many electoral votes did Donald Trump end up receiving? Is it A, 282, B, 292, C, 302, or D, 312?
Wow, this one, I think it's between 282 or 292. Let me think. Let's go with 292.
You're wrong!
Oh, crap.
Yes. So,
how much you win?
Donald Trump got 312.
Wow, okay.
Yes. So what happened was that Kamala Harris actually had 226 electoral votes compared to Donald Trump's 312 votes. Donald Trump won both the popular vote and the electoral vote. And basically, right, he's the second Republican since the year of 1988, right, to win both the popular and electoral vote. I didn't foresee Donald Trump becoming a president again.
Anyway, I thought Joe Biden's party will put out a bigger and better representative, which is not Joe Biden, because he's so old already. Can you imagine he being president and he's 75, 76 in office?
Yeah.
But the moment I see him, the moment I see the party push him out, I'm like, oh my God.
He went into office, right, because people didn't want Donald Trump. True.
That can be, that's correct also, yeah.
So I feel that he lost, right, because people wanted back Donald Trump.
Okay.
So basically, right, I think the only reason why, right, was because people didn't like Donald Trump during his tenure, and they wanted a new president. But then Joe Biden didn't do as good a job, right? So they wanted Donald Trump back in. Do you think that is probably what happened?
I think yes and no. I mean, I've heard a lot of people say different things. Some of them said what you said, which is that because he did such a shit job, they rather Donald Trump get back.
Yeah.
But I'm leaning more towards their side that says that because they are with this ongoing trade war with China.
Yeah.
And China is the really crazy and unreasonable relative that you have. So I think that in some ways having this unreasonable and crazy president out is not a bad thing from US perspective. Yeah.
Because he's still a businessman any other way. So, and he's got a hard line on certain things. So for him, right, it's well known that he doesn't like certain countries.
Correct.
So for him, right, his hard line will always be like, I'm going to do what's best, what I feel is best for the US. So with that, brother, we have come to the end of this particular quiz, and you have gotten 6 out of 10 questions correct, which means that you
I can have a happy new year.
Barely having a happy new year. Barely, bro.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Yeah, which is good enough. I mean, definitely, it's better than going to Mars or living under a rock. You don't want to become like Patrick Star. Why don't we do this in advance? Like kind of like how The Rock and John Cena did it for WrestleMania. Next year, we swap. So with that, we have come to the end of this 2024 wrap-up episode.
Get out of here.
All right. That was our 2024 quiz episode here on the KopiBros. And of course, if you enjoyed this particular episode, do remember to give us a like and subscribe. If you are into football, we do have the Football Kaki at the S every Wednesday. And of course, our flagship game show, if you like game shows, the SG Draft Podcast every Friday. Now, we hope that you have a great 2025. But remember,
a kopi a day keeps your troubles away.
And in 2025, we are not going to have any brain rot.